Good morning. Today is September the 7th. I just wanted to give you a brief review of 4 tweets that I sent out yesterday describing the action of the chikou span for Caterpillar tractor CAT. So it started with this tweet right here saying the most logical trend if the upside continued would be, and then there was 3 more following that. So let me just run through those 4. This is where the chikou span was at the time, and remember that it's plotted 26 periods behind the current candle. So we're on a 5-minute chart here, which is pretty good for entering and exiting trades. Anyways, the chikou span, I was saying, had run up against the 50 EMA and had hit resistance, 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 and finally broke through. If the up move was going to continue, I thought that what we would see is upward movement and then down to test support on the candles, and then a breakthrough where the cloud was the thinnest. That seems to be the way the chikou works. 26 periods behind the candle, it looks for an area of least resistance to penetrate the cloud. I thought that if the price had gone up too quickly and we ran into this area here of the cloud, then it would be tougher going. So I just thought that the price was going to be manipulated in such a way that it would test for support here and then break through. The second tweet picked up right here, and now the chikou span had moved a little bit more, and I was pointing out those previous areas of support and resistance, and we did come down, in fact, to run into the candles as opposed to a direct move up where that resistance would have shown. The third post showed you that in fact it did get a bounce off of the candles, had come up to hit the bottom of the cloud, and it did start to poke through at the weakest part in the cloud. Now you can say, well, that was the direction. Where else did it have to go? Obviously, it could have not been supported by these candles and could have gone down, indicating that price was dropping, but it isn't what happened. The expected happened because the market at the time was starting to pick up from a very bad opening of -25 or something on the futures, but it poked out through here. And then finally, the confirmation came after we had one clear candle. I posted it a little bit late, but we had several clear candles and we had the breakthrough. So a summary of the story is that when you see this kind of activity here, where you see multiple tests along an important line, such as a fib line or a moving average, you look for where, or when a break happens, you look for what is likely to follow, and think about the chikou span trying to find the area of least resistance. Look for that, and then realize that price isn't going to shoot up from here. It's going to have to encounter this resistance, which it doesn't want to, or it's going to come down here and test and give you another opportunity to enter. So the time to enter was not here. It wasn't even after clearing this candle here. You really wanted to wait until you saw this confirming test, and were these candles going to be able to hold support, or were they going to prove resistance and drive the price right down? So I hope that helps you understand how the chikou can be used as a predictive tool. There are other videos that I've produced that explains how the chikou is calculated, because for people new to the system, it's rather uncomfortable for them to accept that a line that's plotted 26 periods behind can be predictive. We always tend to think about looking at forward predictors, but the chikou is plotted 26 periods behind, and it is an excellent forward predictor.